Today, we're going to be taking a deep dive into the Appalachian Mountains. It has been blowing up on TikTok recently. It's even all over my For You page. But I mean, I did fall down the rabbit hole. I clicked on a video and then all of a sudden I was scrolling on TikTok for another hour. Of course, after that, I started seeing videos on the daily. And now I'm obsessed. How do we separate what's real from what's well produced? From the stunning fall foliage to the creepy conspiracy theories, it's easy to see why this is a hot topic on TikTok. Forget everything you know about the rules of the woods. And by that, I mean, forget everything that you learned from scary movies that take place in the wood. Rule number 1, do not investigate that sound. It's better that you just don't know. While I think this is common sense, movies have normalized this behavior, so I just wanted to make sure that you get the memo. Apparently, if you live in the Appalachian Mountains, you live life by a different rule book. And what I mean by that is that you live differently than everybody else in the world. If you plan on visiting the area without doing your research, you might be a little unprepared for what you might hear or see. Allegedly. Thankfully, the people who live there are kind enough to share their tips of how to stay safe. And they say if you do not follow these rules, you're asking for trouble. This brings me to the no you don't rules. The rules are, if you hear something, no you don't. If you see something, no you don't. If something calls your name, no it didn't, and leave quickly without running. I can't even imagine hearing something and pretending like I didn't hear it and then walking away slowly and calmly. I mean, I wouldn't be able to run either because my butt cheeks would be so clenched that I couldn't. So are we not panicking? Because my heart is beeping down in my chest right now. Well, this is why it's important to educate yourself, or there's a chance that you might see a skinwalker and never be heard from again. Allegedly. I don't care how beautiful the scenery is, I am not living anywhere where I had to live by a code of conduct. I also don't need to live somewhere where I'm gonna start questioning my sanity because I'm hearing things, even though I might actually not be hearing things. But if I ever decide to move to this area, I sure will be following these safety tips. I suggest we take a look at these tips before we get into the rest of the video. Maybe it will help you with the anxiety that you're feeling right now.
It was about the things going on in Appalachia. And I grew up in Appalachia. So I thought I'd let you in on some safety secrets. Number 1, don't go out at night. If you do go out at night, don't look into the trees. If you see something in the trees, no you don't. Don't look at them. Don't acknowledge them. Look away. Walk away. If you hear something, if something's screaming, if you hear your name, no you don't. Turn around. Walk away. Look away. If you hear footsteps, could be a bear, could be a deer, could be something else.
Don't find out.
Turn away, look away, walk away.
Run.
My grandparents didn't let me go outside at night for a reason. Critters come out, but other things do too.
It's funny because while I'm watching that, I'm looking at her face and she's like, ooh, like showing that, ooh, you don't want to do that. That's not what you want to do. That's the vibe that she's giving off, which means I feel like she truly wholeheartedly believes it. But I mean, it was ingrained in her since she was a little kid, so I can see why that's the case. Well, all right, before we get into the conspiracy theories then, we need a quick history lesson because I believe it will help you understand why these people truly believe what they do. Hopefully this will help you stop hyperventilating too. The Appalachian Mountains are a mountain range that is in the eastern North America. The mountain stretches from Canada all the way to Alabama in the United States. These are some of the oldest mountain ranges in the world. To help you put this into perspective, here's this woman who shows on TikTok the location of her house in the Appalachian Mountains. She then puts it through a system where you can see the movements of the continents. And that's right, Pangea.
Here's where I grew up, northern New Hampshire. Now, when the continents were all crammed together about 200 million years ago, and this was Pangea, the Appalachian Mountains are there. And even before Pangea, at about 400 million years ago, it's still there. Now let's go as far back as we can, 750 million years ago, before multi-celled organisms even appear. Boom! My town is there. The rest of the planet, by the way, is water. There are various points in time where this is kind of underwater, but let's just say for funskies that the Appalachians, which is this area, kind of, are so creepy because there legitimately are things in this land that just never left. It's just a fun theory, people in the Appalachians love to have them, but what if they've seen things?
Alright, as you see, that place is old AF, like before single cell organisms. There definitely should be things in that forest that nobody has seen before, or that have never left. Maybe we can use some of these videos to prove whether or not something paranormal or just crazy is happening in the Appalachian Mountains. But I see that you're still shaking and we haven't even got into the scary videos yet. Okay, I'll make you feel way better before we really get into this. We're gonna go over the nightly routines of everybody who lives in the Appalachian Mountains. She's making sure them extra clothes. So you see that they're closing all their windows, making sure that they're locked, making sure the blinds fully cover so there's no cracks so you can't see anything, and setting up the home security. I mean, this is something that I do on the daily at my own house, but it's extra important that you do it in the Appalachians. But I see that you're not shaking no more, and that's all it took? Closing the windows is all it took for you to stop being scared? Well, don't get too comfortable, because the moment you've all been waiting for is here. Let's get into these conspiracy videos. It's just a matter of which one I'm going to pick first. I'll start with the video that I rewatched like 1,000 times. I rewatched it so many times because I just didn't understand why this guy was so scared. I mean, he was explaining why he was scared, but I didn't get it with all like the and I'm watching the video to see some crazy shit. So like, where's the craziness of it all? Eventually, I noticed what everyone else was seeing, and I understood why it went viral. I am not showing this whole video because I don't want to do what I did myself and be like, wait, I don't see it, I don't see it. Well, I'm just gonna show a clip, a smaller version of it, and I want you to tell me if you can see it.
These lights are off.
Sorry, he's whispering, by the way, because he's that scared. Okay, just look at the screen, look at the background.
Yeah, I just got to work, and I feel like, like all day today, I felt bad. Honestly, last, like a little bit, I felt bad, and I don't know,
I'm so scared.
like, I feel like I need to go to a doctor, but, like, I'm constantly just, like, nauseous, and I don't really know why. Like, I have tried to, like...
Did you see it? Did you see it? Let me play it back for a sec.
Nauseous, and I don't really know why. Like, I have
Did you guys see that? That is so scary looking. When I see these things on the internet, no matter what, I'm gonna say it's fake. But that's scary. And this is not his only video where apparently he has seen things and heard things, but he is someone who lives in the area, so... Let me know if you think that's real or fake in the comments. That's something I want you to do with every single one of these videos. Let me know what you think about them. But here's the next one.
Looks like a coyote. You can see it in the back.
Is that a coyote or is that a skinwalker? I'm pretty sure it's a coyote. That's still freaky. Why were those coyotes freaking out? Did they see something? Did they have an experience with a skinwalker? Did one get dragged off and they were like screaming because that's their brother or sister or something? I don't know. But it was definitely creepy when she turned off the lights and flashed the light and all of a sudden it got quiet. Not only that, she broke one of the rules that people say. If you hear something, no you didn't. Also, don't look into the trees. There were so many tips and staring into the trees is one of them. Don't do it. Before we get into the next video, I just wanted to say thank you guys for 1,000 subscribers. Right now when I'm recording this, I'm like right at the cusp, but I should be getting there during this video or while I'm editing this video. If you're watching this and you're shocked that I said I only have 1,000 subscribers, you might as well subscribe. Here are some of my favorite comments from a couple of my last videos, which have just given me so much motivation. If you did subscribe, thank you for allowing me to attempt to become your favorite YouTuber. Now let's get into the next video. Why are you opening your door? You're not supposed to be opening your door, man. No wonder why they keep bothering you. Do you see it? Why am I getting chills? That looks like somebody's knee to me, so I don't think this one's real, but let's keep going.
See you. Open the door. Open the door.
I'm sorry, that is clearly fake. That's clearly a human that's like walking backwards or whatever. I get it, the skinwalkers that they talk about are supposed to be kind of human-like, but that was a little bit too human for me. If that thing wanted to get inside your house, I think it would have got inside your house. But then again, I don't know. This guy has had a lot of situations happen to him apparently. Or is he just trying to blow up on TikTok? Is he just trying to get fame? Is he just trying to get followers? Well, I don't know. But his two videos were kind of creepy. And the first one did not look like somebody in a costume. I mean, they edited it pretty well then, if that's the case. We then have this encounter with this dog.
The homeowner's dog looking suspiciously out over their yard. The dog begins to bark as something spooks him. Suddenly, a strange set of disembodied legs runs across the background. The dog appears to be surprised by the sighting and heads inside. Looking more closely, the legs appear small and run at speed.
When I first saw that video, I was like, oh my God, that could be real. Like that actually could be real. But then I started really thinking about it. I'm like, with all this editing software that you can make things look so realistic, I think it's fake. The reason why I didn't originally was like, oh, that dog, like he's really freaked out, like he's looking over. Well, he could have just been doing that because there was a person there. Duh. But I don't know. Let me know. What do you think? Is it real or fake? That's just my opinion on this one. For this last video, we see that these two girls are driving around in the Appalachian Mountains, and apparently their car broke down all of a sudden. Let's see what happens to them.
Get back in the car. That was locked.
Oh my god. No. I have to unlock it for me. Something weird has happened with this door. What's going on? Oh. Let's see if it starts. It started.
Waiting for connection. Bluetooth connection success.
What was that? Actually, I do know what that is. Oh my god. Let's get out of here. Is it working? Is it working? Yes, it is. It's working.
So apparently that literally has a hell of people debating on TikTok whether it's fake or it's real because of their demeanors. I did speed that up by literally 0.25, not that much. And it was very low, so I know like you really couldn't hear a lot. You only heard like the loud bangs or someone say hey, but at the end of the day, their demeanor to me seems like they're joking and I don't think it's real. Like, why are you laughing? If I was in that situation, I'm not laughing, I'm breathing hard, and I'm saying start the fucking car. Like, we are leaving right now. Right now. Like, come on, dude. So, I mean, if you want, you can go join the debate in my comments, or you can go to the original video where, of course, the comments are off the hook. At the end of the day, the most controversial thing about these mountains is how you pronounce them.
Appalachian Mountains are, what did you just say? The Appalachian Mountains? Where are they?
First of all, where I come from, we pronounce it Appalachian.
You joking, right?
That's how you pronounce it.
It's the Appalachian Mountains.
That sounds fancy. I assure you, if I called every person in my town, which I could because
Call right now, call your mother. Get your phone out and call your mother right now. The Appalachian? Is that a dialect from Pennsylvania?
No, it's the correct pronunciation. Hey, you're on the podcast. What mountain range do we live in?
Appalachian.
It's pronounced Appalachian, right? What you just said? Yes, thank you.
Okay, calling my mom now.
Your mom knows nothing. She's from Chicago.
We have no mountains in Chicago.
You don't.
Hey, Mateo.
What is the mountain range on the east coast of America called?
Appalachians.
Thank you. Let me see what it is.
Appalachian.
Okay,
So we're
that's
both
not right.
wrong.
No, I don't know what that is.
Appalachian.
So that's just one video, but there is a whole side of TikTok that is dedicated to this fight. How do you say Appalachians? I say Appalachians, but there's more than 3 ways to say it. Apparently, it just depends where you live in the region. All right, that's gonna do it for our Appalachian adventure. We peeled back the layers, explored the wild conspiracy, learned some safety tips from the locals, and hopefully sparked your interest and curiosity in this beautiful and unique place. Remember, there's a whole lot more to learn about the Appalachian Mountains. Whether you're drawn by the breathtaking scenery or the rich history, or maybe even a little bit of mystery, the mountains have something to offer everyone. So if you're feeling inspired, take a trip to the Appalachian Mountains. Just make sure to do your research, or else you can end up with some viral TikTok moments yourself. But don't let that be the motivation of you going, because you might go missing. But if you don't, maybe you'll have some unexplained stories to tell people. That's gonna do it for this video. Thank you for joining me on this exploration. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe even. In the comments, let me know what you think is real or fake, or just give me an overall opinion on this video and if you like the topic. And I'll see you on the next one.